Minglava, Papa, IELTS ကဆရာသွင်းကြီးမှာဆရာတို့ဒီ speaking part 3 simple လေးဆရာနဲ့ဆရာတပည့်နဲ့အတူတူဖြည့်ကြည့်တဲ့ simple video လေးပေါ့နော်ဒါတော့ဆရာတပည့်ဖြစ်ပြီးတော့7.5 ရလာတာပေါ့ခင်ဗျဟုတ်မိသက်ပြပါအောင်
ဟုတ်ကဲ့မင်္ဂလာပါညီမနာမည်ကတော့ Thiri နှင်းစောပါပေါ့နော်ညီမဒီ Papa Wars မှာ IELTS journey တက်ရှောက်ပေါ့နော်ဒီဆရာနဲ့ပဲသင်တန်းတွေအကုန်လုံးတက်ခဲ့ဒီနေ့မှာဆရာနဲ့ဒီအမေဖြေလို့ပို့အတွက်ရောက်ရှိနေတာဖြစ်ပါတယ်
So basically we are going to demonstrate how to answer IELTS speaking part 3 and the topic that I have chosen is actually food mainly because I'm currently actually very famished. I haven't had breakfast before. So we will do this in a very quick manner. So the first question I would like to ask you is what sort of food are typical and popular in your country?
Basically, I think the types of meal that would include rice and curry is very popular, and there are also some other ethnic foods or ethnic, special dishes that was popular among foreigners, but also local as well.
So do you think that most people in your country, do they prefer eating traditional cuisine or do they prefer to consume foreign cuisine?
I think Myanmar people itself, they are very much a foodie. They would prefer anything that is delicious, whether it is local cuisines or international cuisines. And there are also some other influential dishes from the Chinese culture, the Korean culture, the K-pop culture is quite popular right now. So the Korean food is also quite popular here. And there are also Thai food and Indian food is quite popular, especially in Yangon, I guess.
Why do you think that many young people prefer eating outside food instead of home cooked meal?
First of all, I think the first factor that the young people will consider will be the convenience of it, the convenience of takeaway and restaurant food. Because as a young people, they hang out a lot, right? They will hang out with their friends, they will hang out with their partners, and maybe from work issues as well. So in that case, because they are gonna have a conversation, they don't really have any time to cook any food, right? So in that case, restaurant food are much more convenient. But for the home cooked meal, there are also some certain types of people, even if they are young, that will really put any effort into taking care of themselves. So home cooked meal are also quite popular in my opinion.
So do you think that dieting is important?
I have to admit that I'm also very much crazy about diet, and as a young person, as a girl, I have to take care of my weight and appearance a lot. So I think most young girls are very much into dieting and eating healthy lifestyle just to sometimes just for the sake of their appearance, sometimes for their health. So I think diet culture is also very much important in today's society.
Do you think that most people in your country are health conscious about the food that they eat?
I don't think so because like I mentioned earlier, Burmese people are very much foodie and they don't really care about the health sector or and anything whether the food is well balanced diet or not, as long as they are delicious. And you can see the popularity of takeaway foods and takeout foods in Burmese society. That is I think that is the evidence that Burmese people eat whatever that is delicious.
So thank you for answering my question. That's all for the speaking part 3 question as well. So I would like to mention that when you are trying to answer IELTS speaking part 3 question, always try to remember that the topic is always going to be the same as the speaking part 2 topic. So that is something that you really have to be aware of, so that by the time you have seen the paper speaking part 2, you have already known about the topic that is going to come out in the speaking part 3. And always try to remember that there is no right or wrong answer. You can see whatever it is that you feel like it, as long as the answer that you are giving to the examiner is always relevant to the question that is being asked to you. And like Thiri said, always try to include as many examiners possible, because if you put examiner in your answer, it means that you are not making up the answer, but actually this is something that is actually happening in real life, and this is something that is actually evident, and you have to say in common sense. You have to say in a manner that other person comprehend. You try to make your answer as comprehensible as possible to the examiner. You don't really have to say something that is really thought-provoking. You just have to explain it in a manner that would be able to your listener for them to be able to understand. So don't try to become nervous in the IELTS speaking part 3. So there are only 3 things that you need to remember. The first one is part 2 and part 3 topic are always the same thing. The second one is there is no right or wrong answer. The third one is always try to include example and explanation. So thank you for watching our video.
Thank you for watching.